Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Forza Motorsport 7, where I believe by this time, or at the very least, the time in which this video uploads, this game will no longer be available for purchase on the Xbox Store or download via Game Pass, as it has reached end of life. So, the time that I currently have in regards to playing the game is definitely dwindling. Though I do expect to actually finish this before I have to worry about it. In the meantime, though, I think I should pick a fast car. Because the hot hatch, though maneuverable, and I put air quotes around maneuverable, was a slow race. I think I'm going to choose either the Grand Prix or the Formula Ford Spec, because those are different. I think let's go with the Formula Ford Spec.
An entry-level open-wheel class, Formula Ford utilizes FIA-approved steel space frame construction and turbocharged EcoBoost engines. Now, this division is remarkable for not having wings on its cars, so there's less aerodynamic downforce. The result allows for close racing with hefty amounts of overtaking.
At the very least, I'm assuming these are fast, because they might be faster than the hatchbacks. Because no designer colors are showing up, possibly due to my slow internet, let's just go with blue. Alright, so this is like a medium-sized course, but it definitely has turns, and of course we are starting off in the rain. Which I suppose is okay, because that means we're getting rid of our rainy day right from the get-go. And we're turning to the right. But it looks towards, like, the middle and the end is going to have the more complicated turns. Also, because of the nature of the car, I'm not going to be able to really sideswipe people that easily. And everybody dressed in blue. We all dressed up in the same clothes. We went to the shop at the same store. Alright. Jumped up to 5th place. And yeah, definitely faster than the hatchbacks. My concern is, aside from the rain, is how the extensions of the wheels are going to affect anytime I might get too close to another driver. Excellent. That was actually pretty solid turn and a good pass, I would agree. I probably took a little bit too long to accelerate off of that turn. Though I will accept Forza's congratulations that it was good. Alright. Yeah, that wasn't a particularly good turn. Hopefully next time around I do a little bit better job. And unfortunately, that allowed the first place contender to really kind of pull ahead, which is very disappointing. But in theory, wow. That was not a particularly good turn. Here's the thing. If I'm willing to sacrifice this race as one of my less than first placers, I should be fine. And, like, instead of worrying more about trying to overtake the first place driver, I should just focus on staying ahead, clean racing. That way I don't get overtaken by the second place driver. And so far so good. There were a couple trouble spots which I could have possibly rewound from, but I didn't because I'm trying to at the very least start a clean record. I can't say maintain a clean record because I haven't started. But the last set of races I did fairly well on. The last set of races, I think I only had to rewind during one race. So, that's better than every race. And I think, in regards to this particular race, I'm a little bit cautious. My own history of driving in rain in this game has left me driving very cautious because of that. Which could be problematic, because this third place driver isn't too far behind. But, once again, just try to focus on clean driving, staying on the track. Not spinning out. Though this last set of turns has proven itself to be a little bit tricky for me, as I'm still kind of getting used to the handling of this particular vehicle, which is a little bit better than most. It definitely feels better than most. It could be in regards to, like, the better handling could be based around, one of the things they talked about is the lack of wings. So it is affected by aerodynamics differently. I don't know what that necessarily would mean in regards to its stability, but that might be the case. It's this race. I like this one. A little bit trickier to pass up to people because it's got a lot of nice, easy curves. But that's okay. We've got 4 laps, 2.5 miles per lap, 10 miles to go. I didn't bother to look, but looks like we're turning left at the beginning. Ooh, we got multiple colors this time. People decided to show up wearing something besides blue. Alright, 8th place. Oh my gosh. This is definitely a faster race than I'm used to. Okay. And I think the added stability of the... Damn you. Of the car means that I don't necessarily need to slow down as much per turn. Which I think kind of fuels one of my theories in which, like, these brake lines are kind of designated based on speed and not necessarily based on any other aspect of your vehicle, including things like handling. Yeah, that's a wide turn. Alright, fought my way to third. I've got, what, 1.5 laps to make it to first? Could be possible. Oh my gosh. Again, I don't know what it is up with that specific barrier that causes cars to... Like, it's always that specific barrier that always kind of, like, shifts the direction of your vehicle. There's no glancing blow. And I keep expecting to kind of glance off of it, but it doesn't do that. It is more of a stop, and now you're facing this other direction, which is not what I want in any sort of race. Which makes me wonder, like, is that how it works in real life? I don't know. I have never actually watched a race. Do those things exist in real life? If they do, please mention that in the comments below. Because that would be good to know. They kind of look like giant Lego bricks, not blicks. Third lap, still in third place. Not really making any ground up to the second and first racer. Like, at the very least, I don't actually need first place in order to proceed. With the races. But it would always be good to have. Though, I think one of my issues is I still am misjudging the speed in regards to this car as well as its maneuverability. And I keep losing time when it comes to spinning, just not necessarily spinning out, but the drifting around corners. And the second place driver and the first place driver are both kind of peeling out farther and farther ahead of me. So it could easily be that this particular vehicle, aside from its speed, has a very specific feel of handling that I'm not necessarily ready for. As the fourth place driver is unfortunately getting a little bit too close for my own comfort. And that second place driver is just making themselves more and more unattainable as the race proceeds. Hopefully this doesn't necessarily become emblematic of the rest of the set. Because so far I've gotten what? Was it second for the first race, third for the second? Also, strangely enough, it seems as though my poor internet connection has settled me with drivatars that I do not recognize. So I wonder if that also is affecting the difficulty. Ah, this is a 6 lap. A short lap, but 6 of them. So, let's see. Let's hope for the best. At the very least, let's try to place, like if we get third, that still places. How very rude, overtaking me just as I overtook somebody else. Alright, 7th place, 5 more laps to go. In theory, I might be able to use this upcoming turn. That definitely didn't use the turn to my advantage. I would have to say that. Alright, but at the very least I can pass you by, and then maybe pass you by. I did say maybe. I didn't say guarantee. So close. So close, but so far. Hold on. So long. Don't know if that's... That was a little bit better. I wouldn't necessarily say that was a good turn, but that was a better turn than my first attempt. And also, not a bad pass, if I say so myself. A little bit on the outside, but the outside didn't slow me down. Alright, and now we can pass by this person. Excellent! Everything's coming up Millhouse. Except for this specific set of turns towards the end. That one, not so much. But... So long, sucker! Alright. First place. 3 laps to go. I just have to hold on to first place for that amount of time. So, let's try for clean driving. Good turns. Maybe a perfect turn? Never. Never. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go that far. Nope, this is a worse attempt. This, set of curves. But I think I come off out of those curves a little bit better than the other drivers at the moment. So at the very least, there is that. And they are getting farther behind. Or at least they were getting farther behind until that turn, which was not particularly clean. That's the thing in regards to like a racing game, is consistency is very key. Like, consistency is almost more important than being really good for a couple moments. Because if you can't hold it together, you are not going to succeed. And that's, I suppose, one of that key to the endurance race, especially. Like, if you're expected to succeed at a race that goes on for like 23 laps. Like, you can't just gain ground, but you also can't lose ground, which requires endurance. But luckily, these guys aren't necessarily catching up too quickly, so even if this upcoming turn is a little bit on the problematic side, like, even if I take it a little bit... Actually, that was not bad. That actually was probably the best version for this particular set of laps. All right. All right, 3 more to go so far. Not bad. We got a second place, a third place, and a first. This is a nice, simple course with a little bit of twistiness towards the middle. I did not bother to check which direction. We're going... Okay, there we go. Turn right first. All right, let's give this a try. We're turning right first. So there's that. Let's try to sneak over here. And still more in front than we were. Excuse me, sir. Oh, why, car? Why are you spinning out all of a sudden? Or at the very least, right now it just kind of felt as though it had less control than it did in the first 2 races, or first 3 races. Excuse me. Alright. That worked. Although that first place driver is definitely getting far ahead. So long, second place. Can I catch up with... I have 5 more laps. I don't know if I'll be able to truly understand this car's handling. Yeah, I was hoping I was going to be able to get back onto the road and succeed, but nope. Yeah, this has been a lot more rewinding than I would like, but I don't know. For some reason, I felt as though, like, for the first 3 races, it was easier to control this car at higher speeds, and now it feels as though that's changed. Though, it could be because this particular track has sharper corners, whereas the previous ones did not. And I'm basing my own expectation of how well this car takes corners based on those looser expectations. Because this is a relatively tight and also relatively narrow corner. Whereas, like, the previous 2 courses, especially, were more on the looser side. More on the wider turns, wider track. See, that area, that section of kind of like really, really strict corners, I think I handled relatively well. Or at the very least, I set myself up to leave relatively well. But you could say that this first set of turns really threw me for a loop. And still do. Okay, but at the very least, I got back on track. And what I think succeeded there that I failed at previously was I did nothing. That is something I still need to learn in regards to like spinning out off-road, is that the more you fight it, the worse it gets. Although you could argue that at the same point, like, coming to a complete stop, the slower you go, the less your car is going to spin. If your car is not moving, it is not spinning. If the wheel... yeah, so... and that has generally been what has kind of enabled me to get out of sticky situations before. I just need to encode it in memory, because it's not quite there yet. But as long as I don't do something really stupid, like, I feel as though I'm far enough ahead that I don't really need to worry about the success of this particular race. Hell, if this race went on for an endurance, there would be even a chance that I might pass up the last place driver. See, I took my advice that time. I lifted my finger off the accelerator, stopped worrying about steering for a moment as the car slowed down in regards to its skid. In theory, I'm learning. I can't guarantee that I'm learning. But in theory, there is some learning going up inside my brain. Either way, this race is done. All right, on to race number 5. Let's see how that goes. Let us buy the Porsche. Why not? The 1957 Porsche Speedster. Okay. Is it raining? It is raining. We don't have one raining course, we've got 2. That's okay. We'll deal with it. First turn is towards the left. Very narrow, very tight corners. But we will maybe succeed. Excuse me. No. Although there is a tight corner coming up, so I might be able to use that to repass this person. And then there's another tight corner coming up as well. Just a lot of really sharp corners. In a row. Thank you. So there's still the capacity. Like, I feel as though when I was considering this particular race, is that like the wheels would be just caught up in between each other. And that's not necessarily the case. Let's see, we have 4 laps for this. Alright, maybe I could use the next turn as a means of passing by the 3rd place driver. Okay, not this one. Maybe this next one I will try to use as a means of passing by the 3rd place driver. Okay, not quite enough. That's fine. We've still got like 2 laps to go after this. After this big wide curve. Oh, hold on. There goes the 3rd place driver. Back there somewhere. And now, let's see if we can pass by this 2nd place driver. Maybe at this curve? All right. Oh, back on the road. Wow. That was problematic. That was also problematic. But luckily it seems as though the third place driver didn't do so well. Unfortunately, it's not going to help me pass by whoever's in first easier. Yeah, that definitely affected my split time. I might have to... settle for second place in regards to this particular race. Unless I somehow get really, really good with these turns. Which I don't think I have enough distance. I think if this race went on for one more lap, then maybe I would be able to pass him by. But as it stands, it's going to be very, very... Like, if I even have a chance, it's going to be a very, very... It'll be very close. Hold on. Excellent. That's what I get for calling it too soon. That's why you should never give up. Until, well, until it really seems like you should give up. Maybe I shouldn't be a motivational speaker. Let's just finish the race and stop trying to become a terrible motivational speaker. Alright, one more track and then we're done with this set and this cup. So, that hasn't been so bad. Road Atlanta. Pretty straightforward. First turn is to the right. Short track, 1.77 miles, 5 laps. Oh my, we're already going to the right. Excuse me, I'm just going to slip by you right here. Don't mind me. And in 8th place, not too bad. Nope. Nope. All these other cars wanting to win this race. I can't even believe their gumption. They have all of this guff that they are going to win this race. There we go. That was good. All right. And the first lap is already... already done. Let's try not to spin out at the finish line. This is an interesting track because, like, it doesn't necessarily have sharp turns, but it has a lot of kind of shiftiness to it. But that 4th place driver, it would be very nice if they weren't so far ahead. Probably due to all of my time smashing into neighboring vehicles. That might have been the thing that has allowed them to get such an advantage. Okay, not so bad. We've got 3 laps to catch up. Hopefully with the 4th place driver, because I don't necessarily want to finish this race in 5th. Also, I realize that I'm doing something in real life that cannot really be seen in the game. There's something that I do in regards to classic Doom games, and that is not so good that time, that's fine, is that I sometimes dodge the bullets in real life. Not right away. Usually it takes a little bit of the level for me to get to that point in which, like, I feel that I need to dodge the bullets in real life as opposed to just dodge in-game. But I also kind of feel myself shifting in my chair as I'm driving down the course too, as if that'll actually help me turn better and maintain stability on the road. But I worry that I might not even be able to take 4th place. I think I might have screwed myself over with that overtly aggressive start. Where I spent too much time banging up against other cars. Excellent. At the very least, I managed that. Now, I don't think I'll be able to catch up with 1st. By the end of this race. I think this race would have to go on for maybe 10 laps if I wanted any hope for that. If I'm really lucky, I think I may be able to catch up with 3rd, but it would have to be a lot of luck. Nope, not I'm going to catch up with 3rd with that one. So I'm going to have to settle for 4th for the last track. Let's see where that actually places me in regards to the ranking at the end.
Way to stand out from the pack. Congratulations on another podium finish.
Alas, downgraded to 2nd place. Still, this is fine, because this is going to take a moment. I probably should have held back that because
the Evolution Championship trophy joins your other conquests. You're at the halfway point in the pursuit for the Forza Drivers' Cup. The Domination Championship is now open for you. Keep going.
In the meantime, got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.
You'll find the Domination Championship is a diverse menu of speed and vehicle mastery. That's the nice way of saying you'll be all over the map. No 2 races are going to be the same. That's part of the fun, right?